The laughter came first, sharp, cruel, the kind of laughter that doesn't just sting, it burns. Evelyn stood at the far corner of the wedding hall, fingers wrapped tightly around her small purse, shoulders curled inward as if her body were trying to hide itself. The soft glow of chandeliers above her only deepened the shadows beneath her eyes. She didn't belong here. She felt it with every beat of her heart. The wedding music floated through the air, joyful, warm, full of celebration, but Evelyn felt none of it. Not when the dress she wore pinched her stomach, not when her heels wobbled under her weight, not when every set of eyes felt like a spotlight aimed directly at her insecurities. A whisper sliced through the music, then a snicker, then a burst of laughter. Evelyn stiffened. A young woman at the next table leaned toward her friend, eyes locked cruelly on Evelyn's body. Who invited her? The bridesmaid or the buffet? The group erupted in laughter. Evelyn felt her cheeks heat up, her throat tighten, her lungs struggle to pull in air. She wanted to leave. She should leave. She didn't belong in rooms where people looked at her like she was a joke. But then, someone across the hall noticed her. A man in a charcoal suit, sleeves rolled up slightly, hair perfectly in place, holding the small hand of a boy who looked no older than 6. He looked at Evelyn the way no one else had that night. Not with disgust, not with mockery, but with concern. His name was Noah, a single dad. And in that one silent moment, his life, her life, and his son's life were about to collide in a way none of them could have predicted. Evelyn tried to slip behind a pillar, hoping to disappear into the wallpaper, but Noah's son tugged his father's sleeve and pointed directly at her. "Daddy, why is she sad?" And just like that, Noah stepped forward, not because he pitied her, not because he felt obligated, but because he recognized that kind of loneliness, that kind of pain, far too well. The crowd's laughter grew louder behind her. Someone imitated the way she walked. Someone else whispered, "I hope the floor is reinforced." Evelyn's heart cracked. She turned her back fully. Her hands shook. Just then a warm, steady voice came from behind her. "Are you okay?" Evelyn froze. She turned slightly, and there he was. Noah, standing just close enough to show he cared, but far enough to show he respected her space. His son peered up at her with big brown eyes and a shy smile. "I like your dress," the little boy said. Evelyn blinked, stunned. No one had complimented her in years. Before she could respond, another harsh whisper floated toward them. "Look, she found a guy! Poor man can't run fast enough." And Noah's jaw tightened. He looked at Evelyn, really looked, and saw tears threatening to fall. And then he did something that silenced the entire room. He stepped forward, offered his hand, and said loud enough for everyone to hear, "Would you like to dance?" The room went silent. Every mocking voice choked in their throat. Evelyn stared at him in shock. "Me," she whispered. "Yes," he said gently. "You." Before we continue deeper into their emotional journey, if you believe in kindness, second chances, and standing up for those the world overlooks, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Kindness Corner Hub. Your support helps us spread more stories of compassion. And Evelyn had been battling her weight since childhood. Not because she overate, not because she was lazy, because life had been heavy long before her body ever was. Her father left when she was 12. Her mother worked 3 jobs. Food became comfort. Her body became armor. And people became cruel. Every insult she endured growing up shaped her into someone quiet, cautious, almost invisible. Except, ironically, her body wasn't invisible at all. It was the first thing people noticed, and the only thing they judged. She tried diets, gyms, therapists, apps, everything. But trauma weighs more than calories, and healing isn't linear. By the time she was 27, she had stopped hoping for romance, friendships, even acceptance. She lived in a world that mocked her before it ever knew her. Noah had his own scars. He married young, too young. His wife left when their baby was only 2 months old. He cries too much. "This is not the life I want," she said before walking out the door. Noah raised his son alone. No child support, No co-parenting, no help, just him and Leo. He worked 2 jobs, slept 4 hours a night, and fought every day to give his son the childhood he never had. And because of the way women flirted with him, Noah learned something harsh. People love what you look like before they love who you are. So he stopped dating. His world became small work, Leo home, safe, predictable, until tonight. Until the moment he saw Evelyn. Not because she stood out in a crowd, but because she looked like someone who had been fighting alone for far too long. When Noah offered his hand, a young man nearby snorted. "Bro, don't do it. She'll crush your feet." More laughter, and something inside Noah snapped. He glanced around the room, at the polished men in designer suits, at the women dripping judgment disguised as confidence, at the snickering group near the dessert table, and he said firmly, "Apologize." The laughter stopped. People blinked, confused. Before anyone could recover, the groom's cousin, a loud, immature troublemaker, stepped forward. "It's just a joke, man. Chill." "That wasn't a joke," Noah replied. "It was bullying." The cousin smirked. "What are you, her bodyguard?" Noah didn't flinch. "No," he said. "I'm a father. I'm raising a son, and I don't want him thinking this is how humans treat each other." The room went silent. Evelyn felt tears spill down her cheeks. Hot, unstoppable, overwhelming. She tried to wipe them away, embarrassed. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "I didn't mean to make a scene." "You didn't," Noah said softly. "They did." And then another voice, higher-pitched, bitter. "She shouldn't even be here if she's that sensitive." Evelyn's heart cracked deeper. She stepped back from Noah. "It's okay," she whispered. "I'm used to it." And Noah looked at her with a sadness she wasn't prepared for. "You shouldn't be," he said quietly. "No one should be used to cruelty." But even as he spoke, the cousin muttered loudly, his only being nice because no normal girl would date a single dad. Evelyn flinched. Noah's jaw clenched. Leo tugged his father's pant leg. "Daddy," he whispered, "they're being mean to both of you." Noah swallowed hard. Yes, they were. And that was the final breaking point. Evelyn couldn't stop the shaking in her chest, the humiliation, the memories, the years of ridicule. It all hit her at once. "I'm sorry," she whispered again, stepping back, voice trembling. "I shouldn't have come." She turned, but Noah grabbed her hand gently, desperately. "Please don't go." His voice cracked in a way she didn't expect, and he wasn't just saying it for her. He was saying it for himself, for Leo, for every moment he had stayed silent in his own life. But Evelyn pulled away, tears streaming. "You don't know me," she choked out. "You don't know what people say, what people have always said. I don't want to ruin your night." "You're not ruining anything," Noah said, stepping closer. "They are." But Evelyn shook her head. "No, Noah, look at me. You can't fix this. You can't fix me." Her voice broke at the end, and it shattered him. Because Noah knew what it felt like to believe you were unfixable. He took a slow breath. "Evelyn, I'm not here to fix you," he whispered. "I'm here so you don't have to stand alone anymore." Her lips trembled, but she didn't believe him. Not yet. The wedding music faded into a slow, gentle song. The lights softened, and for a moment the cruelty stopped. Noah stepped forward and offered his hand again. This time softer, warmer, more vulnerable. "I'm not asking you to dance for them," he said. "I'm asking you to dance for you." Evelyn stared at him, then at Leo, who nodded eagerly. "You deserve one moment," Noah whispered. "One moment where you get to feel enough." No, her heart ached. No one had ever said that to her. Not once. Hands trembling, she slipped her fingers into his. He smiled, and together they stepped onto the dance floor. The room watched, silent, shamed, and slowly, beautifully, something shifted. At first Evelyn moved stiffly, afraid to take up space, afraid to breathe. But Noah kept whispering, "You're doing great. Don't look at them. Look at me. You're safe." And Evelyn's body slowly relaxed. Her shoulders dropped. Her breath steadied. Her heartbeat softened. She wasn't the joke anymore. She wasn't the target. She was a woman dancing with a man who saw her worth long before she saw it herself. As they danced, Noah gently rested his forehead against hers. You know, he murmured, Leo doesn't talk to strangers, ever. Not until tonight. Evelyn glanced at the little boy, who was watching them with a bright, proud smile. He likes you, Noah said softly. And so do I. Evelyn's breath caught. Noah, why? His eyes softened. Because you're kind, and gentle, and stronger than anyone in this room. And because you walked in here tonight, even though the world hasn't always been kind to you. That's courage. A small sob escaped her lips. And I think you're beautiful. Noah added quietly. Evelyn froze. But Noah wasn't finished. Not beautiful for your size. Not beautiful even though. Just beautiful. Her entire world stopped. For the first time in years, someone saw her. Not her weight. Not her flaws. Her. And in that moment, Evelyn felt something she thought she had lost forever: hope. The next day, the story of what happened at the wedding spread like wildfire, but not the way the bullies expected. People whispered about Noah's courage, about Evelyn's grace, about how a room full of adults behaved like children, while a father and his son behaved like human beings. Noah and Evelyn started talking every day. Coffee became dinners. Dinners became movie nights. Movie nights became family nights with Leo curled between them. And soon Evelyn started to heal. Not because Noah fixed her, not because she changed her body, but because someone finally treated her like she deserved love all along. And Noah, he found something he didn't even know he was missing: a partner, a friend, a woman who made both him and Leo feel whole again. One night, weeks later, Noah took her hand and whispered, "You walked into that wedding thinking you weren't enough, but you changed my life and my son's life. Evelyn, you are more than enough," she cried. He held her. Leo hugged both of them. And that's how a night filled with cruelty turned into the beginning of something extraordinary. Kindness changed everything. Courage changed everything. Love changed everything. If this story touched your heart, if you believe the world needs more kindness, more courage, more people like Noah and Evelyn, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Kindness Corner Hub. Tell us in the comments, what act of kindness changed your life? Your engagement helps us continue sharing stories that inspire the world. Thank you for being here.